Hello chess fans! Today I prepared you a famous game of Paul Morphy, one of the greatest players of 19th century. And let's analyze this beautiful and really magnificent game with help of the modern engines and our modern view and modern look at chess. My name is Pavel Martinov and welcome you to my YouTube channel, and let's start our journey. Morphy played black against Paulson, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. I don't want to go deep in the theory of this opening. Knight e5 is a typical idea because after knight takes on e5, we can return a piece with d4 here, yes? So quite a typical idea, well known. If you want to learn more about four knights, see the video on my YouTube channel. So rook e8, Morphy played. Here the best was to go back, knight f3, takes, and after rook takes, just c3, following with the d4, and white can count on the advantage. Again, if you want to go deeply into theory of the four knights defense, watch a video on my YouTube channel. So rook e8, knight takes c6 was played, takes, bishop c4. And actually here Morphy made like a first mistake because he was able to push knight g4. This move is very strong. For example, after h3, I can take, and check. And two pieces are hanging, and I'm getting with the material advantage with black. So after knight g4, seems logical to push d4, just to avoid knight f2 ideas. And here the position after queen d6, firstly we are coming with a checkmate idea to make the king's position weak. g3 takes on d4, bishop e2 is just some playable move like h5. We're speaking about a big advantage for black basically because their position looks like a very dangerous for white. So returning back, knight g4 was the best, but Morphy pushed b5. Probably he wanted to drop this bishop from this diagonal out because, for instance, bishop b3 is not that good. We can play bishop g4 in some cases, yes. And after these moves, we can push b4, and e4 will be very weak pawn. So that's why bishop e2 played, takes on e4, takes on e4, takes. And here this position is quite complicated. I mean bishop f3, rook e6 because we need to cover c6, yes, just to defend this pawn from this white's bishop. And the best move for white was d3 because they just want to continue the development, bishop f4 or bishop e3 in some cases, even with the sacrifice of a pawn to unlock the f line for the counterplay. But white decided to play c3. And here is the first really nice positional decision from Paul Morphy. It showed his understanding of the position because white's idea basically is to push d4, and this pawn structure with pawn c3 d4 will shut down bishop on c5, and he wants to jump out with the bishop from c1. And Morphy decided to break this counterplay with queen d3. Basically, it's a very nice maneuver because no one can treat a queen on d3. Even bishop e2 is not possible because I will just take on e2 with the extra piece for me. And it's hard to continue the development. The best move here was to play rook e1 and transfer the position after bishop d7, logical to cover this square. And because black wants to push rook e8 to the game, queen e2, and if the endgame appears, it's more about equal. Yes, for sure, white, they have some troubles with the development, but still is not that bad for white. But after queen d3, white decided to play b4. Here, actually, bishop d6 was very interesting, suggested by computer, because the bishop looks very dangerous here. But Morphy played bishop b6. I believe, like, if we were telling truth, bishop d6 was better. a4, again a bad move. Was the last chance to transfer the position for the same ideas after rook e1. Yes, the same kind of endgames, but before it's not in white favor for sure. So, but after a4 takes, this position is really bad, and the best move was to push the bishop to b7. And actually, we are starting to speak about the domination of black all across the board because it's hard to suggest a move. In the game, Morphy played bishop d7, and it was a possibility to play queen a6 in some cases for white. But after bishop b7, I'm covering the a6 square, basically, and we can see that all these pieces, they are far away from the king, and the only one defender of the king is this bishop, and he can be destroyed somehow, and the attack can be really serious. For instance, rook a2, the same idea like in the game. Rook a8, queen d1, trying to defend from the same situation how it was in the game. You will look forward and understand what I mean. And here, like all moves, h6 is a very good move just to open the window, and it's really hard to make this next move with white. And we have a computer approach here, a5. Looks a bit weird, but it's very logical. If we will count that after b takes a5, we're coming with bishop a6. And f1 rook is hanging. And all this variation takes, is in the black favor because you can't take. I will play rook e1 checkmate directly. And if you will take on c7, for instance, I will return to c4. Double treatment. Takes on a2 the rook, and rook e1 with a checkmate for this king. So basically a5 is very strong but hard to find in the real practical game. So bishop b7 was better, and you will for sure feel the difference during the game. Bishop d7, and here like the final mistake, rook a2 was played with actually no reason. The best move was queen a6. And what is the difference in the positions? Yes, because the queen a6, we want to disturb this queen. And if the queen will go out to f5, for instance, I can push d4. And basically I'm going to unlock my bishop on this diagonal, and this bishop is really blocked by this pawn structure. And that's why maybe computer decided to push the bishop earlier on d6 to avoid such kind of a pawn structure, because if black want to do something fast while white did not made their development, black will receive a strategically really dangerous position because this bishop will be completely blocked. So after queen a6, computer suggests to go to the endgame after queen takes a6, but is completely unclear. I mean, like d4 idea is the same coming here somewhere, and it can be strategically risky for black. So that was the difference between bishop d7 and bishop b7. Very huge difference actually. Rook a2. I don't know what is the reason of the move, basically, really. Cover d2 pawn, no reason, so weird move. Rook a8, very good move, but basically computer suggests interesting, rook f6. And my idea that for example, for queen a6, I will sacrifice to unlock the king, and I want to come with bishop h3 and queen g2 checkmate. And we can't even make a space on f1 for the queen or king because queen takes f2 here and the checkmate is coming. We don't need to forget about our bishop that can be powerful in some variations. So rook f6 is coming with the idea of takes on f3 next move, and probably the only one resource according to the computer is rook a3 here. The idea to push c4 in some cases to have a protection via this third run. Rook a8, queen d1, rook g6, and this is very dangerous for white because bishop h3 is coming, and we see that queen d3, no one can treat this queen, and bishop on c1 is completely out of the game, like in rook on a3, so it's a really big attack for black. It's not hard to suggest that black can win here. Rook a8, also good move, and queen a6. Of course, this position is really losing for white anyway, but after queen a6, the magic comes to the board. You can stop the video and try to find this by yourself because this combination is really magnificent. And if you did this, be careful because I'm going to show right now. Queen takes f3. Very nice idea. To unlock the king and use that all white pieces are switched off from the king side, especially queen is very far away from the king. So I'm going to unlock the king on the g line and start an attack using my really powerful pieces. Especially all my bishops are looking here in this direction. So rook g6, king h1, bishop h3. For after rook g1, I will take, and the checkmate is coming. It's very easy. Basically, my idea, for example, white will do something like weird move. Let's stay on the place. Here, here, and the checkmate is here. Yes, after bishop takes f3. So it's like my idea. What do I want? What is my treatment? Rook d1 was in the game. Basically the chance, because I want to make a freedom for my king from the f1 square. Check here, check here. And it's lots of ways how to win this position. Maybe the fastest is rook g2, because I want to take on f2. And you can't play d4, because in that case I'm taking on h2. It's no defense from rook h1 checkmate. Yes, really magnificent thing. After rook g2, if queen d3, trying to treat this bishop here, 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 and the final checkmate with even a double check by bishop and rook, and the rook is now hanging because the bishop on b6. The powerful bishop, I want to remind you that I already told that don't forget about these bishops in some variations. So king f1, Morphy played bishop g2, king g1, bishop e4 here was possible. Like after king f1 you need to find bishop af5, and the bishop is coming to h3 to checkmate, and you see that I'm controlling all these open lines, so it's very magnificent completely. So like for example here, check here, and I don't want to pay my attention to the queen. I will go directly with the checkmate. So really magnificent, magnificent. But Morphy played bishop h3. It's also good. It's like nothing changing. It's like the ways to the win. Here, bishop takes f2. I want basically to checkmate on g2 with my bishop next move. Seeing that queen f1 is the only one to give back a queen. Takes, rook e2. And we see that those pieces are really completely out of the game. And my treatment to play rook h6 following some ideas with rook h2 is really so huge. Rook a1, rook h6. Like, if they will play here, I can check here and take, and this position is completely winning. I have 3 more pawns, yes? And actually, this king is really weak. But in the game, Paulsen played d4, and after bishop b3, white resigned. Because if you will even take on f3, I'm coming with the checkmate. So what a beautiful sacrifice from Morphy. And what a beautiful positional understanding with queen d3 blocking the d pawn. Of course, it was like some mistakes, even some huge mistakes, especially from the white side, but from Morphy as well. But for sure, computer helping us to find this. But we don't need to forget about the beauty of chess, and don't need to forget that Morphy, for his time, he was really the best player in the world. I hope that you enjoyed with me this great game, and you will subscribe for my channel, write a comment about this video, did you like this, and let's win chess games together.